Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a completely different video this time. I am a huge Teen Mom fan, and with everything going on with Jenelle Eason lately, I wanted to hop on here and put in my 2 cents. Not that it matters, but I'm going to give it to you anyways. Real quick, I want to let you guys know I will be trying to say allegedly just to make sure I don't get in any trouble for the things that I'm going to say. My information comes from multiple entertainment outlets, some that actually claim to have an inside source within Jenelle's circle. Wonder who that could be. I'm not going to say any names here. Barbara. So from the information that I've gathered, it seems like this all started on April 30th when Nathan Griffith, ex-fiance to Jenelle Evans, father to Kaiser, Mr. Man Bun himself, called 911 and reported that he was concerned about his son. He had learned that David had shot the family pet, a French bulldog named Nugget. So in the 911 call, David requests that the police do a welfare check on Kaiser. The day after Nathan placed the 911 call on May 1st, David had admitted to killing Nugget. David claimed the dog had bitten his daughter Inslee, who was 2 years old. David actually hopped on Instagram and made a post trying to explain why he killed the family pet. In the statement, he also said that some people are worth killing or dying because his family means that much. Here's a still shot from the video that was posted on Instagram. This is right before the dog had nipped little Inslee on the face. So after this post was made, fans really started reaching out to MTV, and the sponsors of MTV demanded that they drop Jenelle or pull their sponsorship. And let's be honest, MTV was already in a pickle with Jenelle and David because they were even scared to go anywhere near the land of horror because of the threatening text messages David had sent the cast and production. They were actually making Jenelle go out of town just to film because they did not want to get close to David. On May 10th, CPS contacted Doris, Nathan's mom, and told her to go to Kaiser's daycare and to pick him up. They told her that there was a court order where they would be removing Kaiser from the home. So Doris went to the daycare, picked Kaiser up, and left with him. Apparently, someone did notify Jenelle and David of what was going on, and they hightailed it to the daycare, but by the time they got there, Doris was gone with the boy. Now, even though Doris was gone, Jenelle and David did go to the daycare, and the CPS worker was still there, and apparently David cursed and yelled at the CPS worker. Smart move, David. Smart move. Jenelle actually told Us Weekly that CPS allowed Doris to take Kaiser without getting any consent from her, and that she had not seen any paperwork that had been signed by a judge stating that the children should be removed from her. The same day that Kaiser was taken from the daycare and placed with his grandmother, CPS had made contact with Barbara, Jenelle's mom, and told her to make sure she kept Jace away from the land. I call it the land of terror or the land of horror because in my mind, I feel like that's what it is for the kids. Allegedly, CPS had questioned Jace, and he had admitted to being really scared of David, which I don't think that's a lie. I definitely think that's the truth. From what I watch on Teen Mom, every one of them kids look terrified when David speaks to them, or if they are in fear that they may get in trouble. They just have this look of horror on their face. So sources reported that after Kaiser was taken, Jenelle was scared to leave the land with Inslee or Marissa. She thought that if she kept them at the house, that CPS would not show up to get them. Thankfully, CPS did in fact go to the house and removed Inslee and Marissa. It was stated on a report that a sheriff's deputy had made the comment that David Eason was the most dangerous man in the county, so I could see why they would be really reluctant as to send anyone out there. However, they did. They were able to get the girls without much of an issue. It was said that Jenelle did not want to hand over Inslee, which kind of broke my heart for a second until I learned that allegedly Jenelle was informed that the kids were only being removed because of David. And if she wanted to take the children and leave the house, she could. But Jenelle declined and decided to stay with David. So the two girls were placed with David's mom, Laura. I'm not exactly sure why, but David was apparently homeschooling his daughter, Marissa. I honestly have to wonder if this Laura lady is suitable to take care of Inslee and Marissa. After seeing the way David turned out, I'm not exactly sure. And do you guys remember the time that this Laura lady lied on Nathan? They had met up for an exchange of Kaiser, and Nathan had tried to talk to her about a situation with David. And at first the mom laughed, and then she just said it was none of her business. She went and got back in her vehicle. Nathan went and got in his vehicle, and then she ran back to Jenelle and David and lied, said that Nathan was yelling at her and that she was crying. It was clearly not what the clip showed. I seen her go to her vehicle and get in, and Nathan go to his vehicle. Never heard him raise his voice. So the fact that she will lie on national television also makes me wonder what kind of person she is. So now all the kids are placed. Marissa and Inslee are with David's mom. Jace is with Barbara, and Kaiser is with Nathan's mom. So on May 15th, Jenelle and David was allowed to have a supervised visit with 3 of the 5 children. And now from the reports that I've seen, it doesn't say the 3 children that was there, other than it does say that Jace was at the visit and that he had not seen his mother since the incident with Nugget. It says that Kaiser was not at the meeting because the request was put in very late and that Kaiser was staying too far away. So an insider told Radar Online that David actually threw a fit at the visit. He was arguing with everyone and was causing a lot of trouble and chaos. So he was actually told to leave. According to an eyewitness, David had cut his hair and trimmed his beard before the visit with the kids. Eyewitnesses also claimed that Jenelle was actually her normal self and that she had showed no signs of sadness. She was not crying, and that she did not even appear to be upset, which is really strange to me. If I'm going to visit my kids, which have just been taken from me, I would be a mess. So that's a little telling in itself that Jenelle was actually not that upset. Mr. and Mrs. Eason showed up to court on May 16th for a hearing to fight the judge's order and to try to get her kids back. The kids were actually given a court-appointed attorney. Jenelle and David clearly did not want to speak to any of the media. TMZ did release a video of where they were at the scene, and they actually tried to talk to Jenelle and David, and Jenelle and David just went straight for their vehicle and left. Now, about 15 minutes before David and Jenelle left the courthouse, several kids came out and was placed into a CPS vehicle and was driven away. Reportedly, the kids had blankets over their heads in an attempt to shield them from the media. So we know because the kids left with the CPS worker and Jenelle and David left without any of the children, that obviously they did not get the kids back, which I did not guess that they would. This is going to be a lengthy process. I feel like this is going to take months to resolve. And quite honestly, I don't see a judge giving those kids back as long as Jenelle is with David. That is just my opinion. I really feel like she is going to have to leave him. She's going to have to get a divorce in order to get her children back. Anybody can tell that David is just crazy. He is dangerous, and the children, including his children, Marissa and Inslee, do not need to be in his care. I think that Jenelle can make it on her own. If she gets rid of David, she could possibly get her job back with Teen Mom, and she can get those kids back, and they will be fine. However, they are going to have to stay away from David. That is my personal opinion. I will keep you guys up to date. As soon as I hear the news, I will come and I will make a video to let you guys know. So to make sure you stay informed, hit the bell, subscribe, like, not in that order, but make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell so you are notified when I post more videos. I will be keeping up with this. I will let you guys know. I'm so interested in what's going on. I really hope for the sake of the kids, they are not placed back with David. I hope they are kept away from him. And if they are allowed to see him, it is strictly under supervision. I feel like that would be the best thing for them. is to get away from him and only be supervised if they see him. All right, you guys, that is it for this video. Until next time, goodbye, guys.